Hi, this is Patrick Finley with the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'm joined here by my colleague Rick Telander, and we appear to be locked in somebody's dungeon, and I don't know how we're going to get out. All we have is this video to share our thoughts with the world.
This is a Kafka nightmare here.
Today was Jay Cutler Day, Matt Forte Day, Brandon Marshall Day, and of course it's Packers Week, and more or less what I took out of what we heard was the Bears are going to run the ball until the Packers prove that they can stop it. And that means less of Jay Cutler, and that might not be a bad thing.
It wouldn't be a bad thing if the situation calls for it. You know, the one thing about running is it's hard to score a lot of points. If they fall behind early, you know, Matt Forte is a great running back, very versatile and all, but, you know, the whole game plan can go to hell quickly. The thing is, they're playing at Lambeau Field against Aaron Rodgers, and their record against the Packers is what, Jay Cutler's 1-10 counting the playoffs?
Right.
That doesn't bode well, but at some point maybe it might work. So what do you think the key is, Pat?
I think they're going to have to run the football. You know, Mark Trestman says things in his own little clinical way, and one of the things he said today sounded really nice, but boiled down it was, we got to keep our defense off the field because Aaron Rodgers is going to torch us. And I think that's Forte. I think that's short passes. And like you mentioned, I think the weather, they're expecting snow, all of that feeds into, I mean, the Bears are going to be ground and pound more than anything else.
You know, the weather, all the conditions up there are really important. Lambeau Field might be one of the greatest home field advantages there is. It's a beautiful field where the fans are right there. The noise is extreme. Maybe they'll be wearing mittens because it's almost deer season, but not quite. But, you know, Aaron Rodgers plays like the Hall of Famer he will be against the Bears, and that's always the biggest factor. And this Bears defense is not very good.
One of the things that Forte said, and you heard it too, is that kind of talk is cheap, and the time for talking this to death is over. Does that matter? Is that a grain of leadership we're seeing from a Bears player?
You know, the one thing Forte also said was rah-rah doesn't do anything.
Right.
You know, these guys are professionals. They all know what they have to do. They can lose their jobs. It's not like, you know, a college kid or a high school kid. So you don't need somebody out there saying, let's win this one for, you know, for Joe Blow or the Gipper or anything like that. But I do think that they should feel that sense of urgency. You know, that comes from a leader. Who else has to be the leader but Jay Cutler? And that's always been the biggest issue.
Well, and if he's, you know, you would argue that if it hasn't happened yet, it's probably not going to happen with the whole leadership thing. But, you know, like you said, they have veterans. They've been down this road before, and, you know, maybe it's frustrating that they're not panicking, but it's probably good that they're not panicking.
What would you like to see their attitude be right now?
About this, we know what's in front of us, and we know it's a hard hill to climb, but we got to do it. And I think that's what we heard today, at least. And I think that'll do it from the closet here. While we try to find a way out of here, this is Rick Telander. I'm Patrick Finley. Stay with Suntimes.com for all your Bears info.